Hey everyone, and welcome back, and today we're going to be doing a video on what's inside my tackle box. Here we have a Plano 2-tray tackle box. Now this one is distributed by Ready to Fish, which basically makes like little kits for those of you who want to get started with fishing but don't really have that much money to spend on tackle, or you just want to have like a little kit ready, see if you can try it out and see if you like it. This here is a kit that they sell it at different stores. You can look for it. A Plano tackle box or Ready to Fish. I think it's readytofish.net. Yeah, readytofish.net. They sell these on there, and you can buy it there. And it comes with 136 different pieces of tackle that you can use. And what I like about this box in particular is that it has little storage compartments up at the top where you can store different things up here if you want to separate them from the rest of your box. Like your keys, for example. I usually put my keys in this little compartment here, but the outside is blue. It does come, I think, in red and different other colors. It is a two-tone blue and gray with the Plano logo down at the bottom. They do sell some similar to this one, if not exactly like this box, but it is a 3-tray. You may want to get that one if you already have tackle and just looking for a new box. But this is a really nice box. It does have little holes here if you want to zip tie it closed so nobody gets inside or anything. But this is what the inside of the tackle box looks like. We're going to go through each and every single thing inside. Of course, it is a 2-tray, so 1-tray, 2-tray, and storage. 3-tray will have an extra storage box up here, and it'll be a much taller box because it does have to have that extra tray. But one of the oldest lures in my collection is this Rebel lure here that my cousin gave me. No, it's not this shiny one, it's this one right here. This is the oldest lure in my collection. I'm not exactly sure when it's from, but it sure doesn't look like it's one of them new ones that are made of plastic. I think this one's still made of wood. Look how rusty these hooks are. I have to change the hooks out if I want to use this because I don't want to hook on a fish and just have the hooks break on me because they do look rusty, they look old. As you can see here, it's a Rebel lure, but it is pretty old. It doesn't even have those 3D eyes. I think this one's from like the 80s. I have yet to research this, and if I find any information I'll link it down below or just add it in a comment or something. But this is the oldest lure in my collection, and my first lure is this Rebel. It's kind of ironic how my first lure is a Rebel and the oldest one I have is a Rebel. But this is what this guy looks like, and if you go to my channel and you go into playlist, you should see a playlist called Lures, and you will find a wide variety of different videos that cover this lure, from this lure to the rest of the lures that I have if you want to watch a video on them. But this is a Rebel track down minnow lure in, I think, rainbow trout color. They do rattle. Most of my lures do rattle, but that's this one. Up next is my Rattler Lure. This is a saltwater lure in the shape of a Pacific mackerel. I did get this one because we do go mackerel fishing from time to time at the Santa Monica Pier, and we do catch a lot of mackerel, so I decided to get a mackerel lure. See how that one works out. I haven't really used it that much. I used it in freshwater when I first thought it was a freshwater lure, and I can't say I didn't catch anything because I just threw it in a couple times to see how it threw in. This is what it looks like. Holographic eyes, plastic, and again, if you look in the lures playlist, you should find a video on most of these lures. And if not, I'll link all these lures down in the description where you can see the videos if you're interested. But this is the Rebel X-Wrap, I think it's what it's called. And that's this. And then just recently, the recent additions to my tackle box are this one right here, which is a Crankbait. I did get this one at Bass Pro Shops again. It's in the playlist for lures. It's a crankbait, nice, decent looking crankbait for $2.50. I can't believe I paid this much for this lure. But that's this one. And then I have this popper lure, which I got for the same price at the same location at the same time. I have yet to try this one. This one hasn't touched water, but as soon as it does, hopefully I'll have a video out for it, since I just got a waterproof camera recently. See how that works out. But this is a popper lure, chrome blackback. Again, videos for this one. But as an addition, or what came in my tackle box, were a wide variety of different things. Among those things was these bobbers, which I don't really use because I feel like they just limit how deep your lure can go, but then you can fix it. But still, I don't really find the use for bobbers. Well, I still have them there if I need to, but they also came with a wide variety of different little worms here that you can use. I haven't caught anything with these, mainly because I haven't used them. I have other worms, and my cousins did gift me some worms. But that's the top part of my tackle box. Oh wait, I'm missing some stuff. I'm missing this little swim bait here. I did have two, but one of them was lost. This is what this one looks like. I think I should have made a video on this one. If not, this is what it looks like. It's weighted at the front. Nice hook here. I did lose my other one, but it does come two to a pack. And I do have some sabiki rigs here that we use for bass fishing. Some more sabiki rigs. I'm going to actually set this guy right here, because these are my cousins. I have to give them back to him. And I do have some Gamakatsu Tuno offset shank worms. Hooks. These are mainly for worms. If you want to Texas rig a worm, I recommend these. They'd come 6 to a pack. I think I lost one, and one of them I'm currently using in a Texas rig that I just set aside. Whoops, I'm dropping things, but this is what it looks like. Gamakatsu hooks off for sports fishermen. If you want to read that, let me just peel this back so you can read that. If you want to read that. But they're Gamakatsus. Supposedly good. I do like these though, but I do have other hooks, and these are really expensive. They're like $4 a bag. But this is my knife. This is the knife we use mainly to cut up the bait for saltwater fishing. If we go to Santa Monica or something, as you can see here, it's a really cheap knife. It's already bending there, but I sharpen it from time to time. It does the job. But I do have other knives. This isn't the only knife. I'm just going to go ahead and put this stuff back. Moving on to the second tray. Here we have an assortment of worms. These worms my cousins gifted to me when I first started fishing, just to get me off my feet and out of all this stock stuff that came. This is the only Gary Yamamoto worm that I own. I haven't yet to try it since it's the only one. I'm afraid to lose it. But then again, I might buy a pack soon if they get on special at the local store. But these are just a wide assortment sorted worms here, and all my cousins gifted me these worms. And this guy, we'll get to this guy in just a second, but this one I found when I went fishing, so I just kept them there. But this is all the worms that I have, or that I've had since the beginning. My tackle box did come with some of these guys. I don't really use them. There's two of them, a green one and a white one. Never really used them, that's why they're still clean. I may end up using them. If I lose them, I don't really care. But this is what these guys are. I do have some bullet weights, pyramid sinker. These are my cousins. I have yet to give them back to him because I haven't gone fishing with my cousins in a while. I do have a Strike King Kevin Von Dam spinnerbait here. If you want to check out a video for this guy, you can look down in the description, and I'll link down the lure playlist for you guys if you want to watch any of this stuff that you see here. And it's a nice skirt here. I have yet to use this guy, and when I do, you should see a video. I should upload a video on this guy pretty soon. Actually, let me set this guy aside here. That way we don't get confused as to what we have seen and what we haven't. Here's what the pyramid sinkers look like, 1-ounce. And we do use these for when we go mackerel fishing. This guy sinks to the very bottom. We don't really use these for freshwater lake fishing because that's too much. So I'm going to go ahead and set these guys aside. I think we have here we go, another spinner. This is one of the first spinners that I got. I forgot what brand this guy is, but you should see most of this stuff in the lure playlist. I'll also link down a tackle box playlist where you can find most of the other stuff we're going to cover in just a second. But most of this stuff here, up here we do have some more assortment of worms or crawfish that my cousin gave me, as well as some hooks there that I don't really use. I may get rid of, but I think my cousin likes them. And some more worms. I think this one, yeah, this is a Texas rigged worm, or partially Texas rigged worm. As you can see here, I have my swivel connected there. I do like swivels because I can always detach and reattach if I have to. But that's that. I have a lighter just in case we need it. Just a wide assortment of cheap hooks that came with my tackle box. We're just going to look down below. And inside here we have some swivels here. It's an assortment of swivels, as you can see there, that I like to have or keep. I do have my knife here. This is a buck knife. I mainly use this one for cutting line. if I have to, or whenever I tie my swivel to the line and I have excess line, this is how I cut it. But let me see if I can get this into focus so you can see the model number there. Buck. You can see that there. This is the knife I use for cutting line. We'll see how it does in a camping situation when I go camping in the next week. Set that guy aside. We do have some weights here. Again, if you look in the tackle box video playlist, you should see videos for most of the stuff like this, and the swivels. This guy, along with this other guy here, came with my tackle box. I'm probably not going to use this for what it's intended for. I'm probably going to use it as a clothesline or something. And this hook remover here, we gladly haven't been able to use it yet, but if we do, it's here. I'm going to set these guys aside. We have some hooks here. Just bass hooks and catfish hooks. I think I didn't make a video on these guys here, but that's what they look like. Nice hooks there. I do use these, and I like that they come in a big pack. That way if they get lost, I have more. And this is catfish hooks. And that's what this guy looks like. Whoops, dropping stuff. And that's what these guys look like. And I do have some Havoc Croft Fatty. These my cousin gifted me when I first started. He said he didn't want these because he didn't like the way they were. He gave them to me. So just set this guy aside. Last time I went to Walmart, I did pick up some flukes here. Again, look in the video, you should see a playlist for most of this stuff, and some Strike Kings. I do have my fishing license in there. I don't really want to pull that out, but that's what's inside my tackle box for now. Hopefully sometime in the near future, I will make another video if I do get more tackle, more lures and stuff like that. I should post videos for it, and then eventually make a what's inside of my tackle box if I see that the tackle box has changed enough. If I feel like it's still the same as right now, I probably won't make a video on what's inside my tackle box if I feel there's no change. But that's it for today and what's inside my tackle box. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next video.